nigga, I don't know. Make sure you swing the bats, kids. Ooh, swing the bats. Make sure you swing that bat, because you never know what can happen. Swing low, Batman. Swing low. What's going on, guys? Welcome. This is technically an introduction video. Not really, because if you're on my main channel, then you know who I am. But if you're new, then this channel is just fresh to you. So let's get this out the way. My name is the Mr. Fox. I have two channels. This is the second one. You know, the first one is for reactions. This one is for otaku related things like anime reviews. Well, not really reviews, more or less my thoughts, which they'll probably turn into reviews because that's just the easiest way for me. But yeah, so I'll probably make a whole separate video for that. We'll see which one comes out first. But today we're going to be talking about a new anime that just hit the block for fall 2022. That is Mobile Suit Gundam Witch of Mercury. Or is it Mercury? No, yeah, it's the Witch of Mercury. So first off, this is going to be an overview of my thoughts on the pilot and EP1. I heard episode 1 had some subtitle issues. I didn't watch it when it came out, so I don't know. I just heard there was a lot of desyncing, which, you know, shame on you, Crunchyroll. You know, get that issue fixed, because, you know, if we're paying the subscription, then my subtitles better be crisp, fresh, ready to go, not delayed and cold and minutered, whatever that means. But yeah, so overall, I'm excited. It's been a minute since we've had a Gundam, Mobile Suit Gundam anime. I didn't watch Thunderbolt or the last ones. For some reason, I just wasn't interested. But this one caught my eye, mainly for the one fact that this is the first time around that the Mobile Suit Gundam anime franchise has ever had a main protagonist that is female. And the name of our main protagonist this time around, if you only watched episode 1, then you know her name is Soleta Mercury. I'm pretty sure I butchered that name. But if you watched the pilot, which I don't know why you wouldn't, pilot prologue, her name is Erit Samaya. Now, again, I'm pretty sure I butchered that, but in the prologue, her name is Eri Samaya, and when we meet her again in episode 1, her name is Soleta. I got bullet points and stuff. So if you're wondering why I keep looking down, it's because I'm looking at my notes, because there are a few things I just wanted to highlight about it. But overall, I love it. Art and animation is fire. Oh, the battle music for the prologue, when the new Gundam is introduced for like battle in the first time, that music is fire. The sound design is freaking epic. Actually, I don't know who did the sound design, but I do know who directed it. He directed he directed the prologue and episode 1. His name is Hiroshi Kobayashi. And if you need to know some of his works, he's done episodes for Mob Psycho, Kill la Kill. He did episodes for second season of Gundam Iron Blooded Orphans. He did the storyboard for Tanya. I love that. He did it for the movie. I love that show though. He also did a few episodes of Carol and Tuesday. And now that me and my wife we're watching Dororo, he's also done some of the episodes for that. So he's very well versed, and he has a few belts underneath him. So I think we're in good hands with this and all that. But also going back to, you know, that. But yeah, so far I'm impressed. I love every bit of it. Like I said, our main character, she goes by Eri in the prologue. She goes by Soleta in episode 1. I'm pretty sure there's a reason for that, because from what I gathered from watching both episodes, it seems like some cyberpunk shit is going on, in the sense that there is an organization called Gundam, or actually their name is called like Earth. I'm butchering names. Honestly, a lot of the names in this show seem to be deriving from like German or just European influence. I'm mostly thinking German. I gotta look these names up. and if they are if they're German or anything, Polish or anything like that, I'm going to slaughter these names. And if you know anything, if I can't pronounce it, I'm going to start making my own names to make myself feel better. But yeah, so the organization that Eri's mom and her friend, her coworkers are part of is an organization called Orched Earth. From what I gathered, their thing was they were making technology, for medical technology, to help humans adapt to the harsh environment of space. A new head director got elected, hired, whatever, and he decided to go to the military route with mobile suits. And with that being said, they were trying to pretty much, it's almost like, this is where I said the cyberpunk aspect comes in for me. They were pretty much combining cybernetics with humans in order to help them adapt to the, like I said, the harsh environment of space. But because they were doing it and it wasn't, it seems everything was like prototype stage or just not working the way it was supposed to, the pilots would end up suffering from a version of, again, cyberpunk, cyber psychosis. Not in the same vein that you will go crazy and like start a killing spree, but in the sense that you would pretty much be comatose. Actually, I say cyberpunk, but actually watching these 2 episodes, it seems like it takes a lot of aspects from Iron-Blooded Orphans, where in Iron-Blooded Orphans, Mika, every time he used Barbatos, it would kind of like take a heavy toll on his body, and after a certain while, Mika couldn't even like move unless he was like physically connected to Barbatos. It's the same thing here, kind of, almost. It's like, because the pilots are syncing their minds with the cybernetics, but because there's such thing as called a data storm in this universe, it's messing with them, and to the point where, like, I'm pretty sure after a certain amount of uses or time inside, they just drop. You see like people on gurneys and stuff, and it looks like their body is starting to like actually like digitize, like something out of Digimon, and they're just kaput. So there's another organization called this is why I'm checking my notes, y'all. I'm checking my notes. The Mobile Suit Development Council, whatever. They're pretty much like, at first they were with it, but obviously nothing was coming out of it, and they're wasting their money, so they pretty much canned it. So I'm pretty sure it's almost the same premise as most Gundam shows. Well, not most. It's usually like Earthlings versus X-Space people. Sometimes in Iron-Blooded Orphans, it was Earthlings didn't really like Martians. In this case, it's Earthlings don't really fuck with, I guess, people from Mercury, because when we meet again with Soletta in episode 1, her last name is Mercury, which is not the last name she had in the episode prior. So I'm interested to see where we're going. The one thing I am worried about, though, is the academia aspect of the show that's going on right now, because once again, when we meet up with her, she's still in space, but she's going to like a school or whatever, and that's fine. I just hope that, I don't know, I'm just worried about the whole school aspect, because I feel like it's been done time and time again, and I'm just kind of over it a little bit. If it can be done right, cool. If it's done poorly, I'm kind of pissed. I'm just gonna be real with you on all that. But also, I got ahead of myself. So the name of the Gundam, again, this one has 2 names, and I think when we first get introduced to it, the name is it's Lafrim. It's Lfrith. I don't know where the M came from, but again, it feels German to me. It sounds German. But when we meet up again with the suit, it has a new paint job, but now it's called Ariel, which I just assume is the name that Soletta gave the suit and all that. But when we first meet this suit, it's in the prologue. Now it's her mother. Her mother's name is Elnora Samaya. This is when she was going by Eri and all that. She was trying to just get it up and running. It wasn't working. Now, as far as her whereabouts and her condition in the story currently, as of episode 1, it's a toss-up. It sounds like whenever Soletta brings her up, she sounds like she's dead to me. But she didn't have the like the anime mother, like red flag hair, like, you know, typically like long hair, maybe braided at the end or some shit. And think of Aaron's mom. She got crushed. But I mean, it's possible if she's not dead, then she's probably just in some far off part of the universe, just not chilling, probably not in the best of shape. Because when we first meet her, she has a prosthetic arm and all that. That's not revealed to, like, I think like the first like 10 minutes into the episode of the prologue. But I mean, her mom seems like a very decent person. I don't think the program was just trying to hurt anyone. It's just one of those things where it's like, you know, we must advance, and it's like you're probably not going the best route with it, and then other people are just like, no, we cannot taint. Because the whole thing with the council is, they're like, if we're gonna be dumb and still continue to do wars and kill each other, it should be done by humans, because we as humans should bear the sin of whoever it is life that you're taking. War is war. I don't think it really matters whether a machine does it, a person does it. It's not really the best outcome. You know, we're smart. Well, I say that we're smart, but you know, we can have conversations to de-escalate things. But you know, humans will be humans. But yeah, I am just been all over the damn place. All right, and so we're just gonna go through bullet points that I wrote. That's why I wrote this shit down. So, like I said, her mother's name was Elnora Samaya. Her father's name was Nadim. I'm assuming same last name, Samaya, and all that. Name of the suit, Ariel. Then Latham. I again can't pronounce it. Let's see. The antagonist seems to be a guy named Delling Rembrandt. Honestly, he reminds me of Eeyok from Iron Blooded Orphans. It's not in manner, just in like looks, but man, that's just me personally. Oh, we also have, I'm dubbing her the second MC, which is, her name is Miorin. Yeah, Miorin. She seems to be the daughter of one of the top companies that deals with the Mobile Suit Council and all that. And in the school, everything in the school that they are attending, Soletta and Miorin, everything is pretty much determined by mobile suit duels. So if you got a problem with someone, duel. You like someone, but you don't. You and your homie like a girl. You trying to figure out who's gonna confess first. Duel. You need to apologize to someone, but you don't want to. Duel. That's just how it is. So when we meet Miorin, she's adrift in space. It seems like she's trying to escape to Earth. I'm pretty sure we'll figure that out probably in episode 2 or 3. So I'm gonna let that be. But she seems to be engaged to. She's engaged to another higher up's son, and by the end of episode 1, we find out that her fiance, who his father was plotting to take out Delling, who I have dubbed the main antagonist of this series. That didn't work because his plan was, I'm going to assassinate Delling. Oh wait, hold on. I remember now. I'm sorry. This video is going to be longer than I wanted it to be, but it's okay. So Delling has a daughter, which seems to be Miorin. Miorin was engaged to this other person's son. I don't really care for him or his father, so I didn't even bother remembering their names. He was going to assassinate Delling, and then that way he would get control of the company, because even though the head of that company is dead, his son is still technically heir because he is now engaged to her daughter. That didn't happen because dispute happened in the episode, and Eri/Soletta got involved, won the duel, kicked his ass, ate away Sunday with legitimately like no effort, like at all. So, and then that's where we are. Oh, that's how it ended. So again, I'm all over the place, but I am really excited about this show. It was dope. The suit in question, I'm gonna be honest with you, that's really how I judge if I watch a Gundam series. I'm just gonna be perfectly honest. If I don't like the main suit that is in the series, if I dislike the design, I'm just not gonna watch. I'm gonna be honest, unless you show me a clip or something that makes me change my mind. For the most part, I go by the design. It's how I've been ever since I was a child. That's why I got into Gundam Wing in the first damn place. So yeah, that's it. I mean, you know what? I will try and make this like a weekly series. I will try and go episode by episode. That way, these will be shorter and more concise and in a better order. But if not, I will come back when there's like a hype episode, because I like to do other things. I don't want to just be stuck in a box of this guy is an anime reviewer / reaction person. Yeah, but that's for another episode. But thank you guys for watching. If you made it this far, just so you know, I ramble. Not on purpose, it just happens. But I will catch you guys on the next one. Be safe and make sure you always swing the bat.